Hello everyone and welcome back with another video on Microsoft Synapse Analytics series, and we are finally in our security section, and this video is about the discussion about advanced data security tab in Microsoft Azure Data Warehouse. So now I am in the portal of my Azure SQL Data Warehouse, and on the left hand side, if we go a little bit down, I can see all the security options here: advanced data security, auditing firewalls in virtual networks, transparent data encryption as well. And in the upcoming lessons, we will see all of these security options one by one. And this lesson is specifically for advanced data security. Option Advanced Data Security provides a functionality for discovering and classifying sensitive data, find out potential database vulnerabilities, and detecting anomalous activities that could indicate a threat to your database. So in this one location, we can enable and manage all of these capabilities. So we can go and enable advanced data security on server here. And you can notice here that it is going to cost us $15 per server per month, and it may take a few minutes to get enabled. Let me pause this video here and I will come back once it is ready. Alright, so it is enabled, and let's look at the data discovery and classification first. So as I said, it provides capabilities to discover, classify, label, and protect the sensitive data in your database. It can track the access to sensitive data within the database. So as you can see, it is recommending here, some columns here, and sensitive label is confidential. So let me go into this. So this overview tab includes a summary of the current classification state of the database. So basically it should have all the columns which we have identified as sensitive columns. You can see here it is suggesting me that we have found 53 columns with classification recommendations. So let me click on that, and you can see it has come into the classification tab. So the classification engine scans your database for columns containing potentially sensitive data and provides a list of recommended column specifications. So we can review the list here to accept a recommendation for a specific column. So we can check here those columns we want to accept, and you can see that what kind of information these columns have. In this case, these columns have a financial information and sensitive level is confidential. And if you want, you can select all of these columns here, and you can say accept selected recommendations by clicking on this blue button here. Oh, you can also manually classify columns as an alternative or in addition to the recommendation-based classification for that as well. You can click here on add classification, and you can mention the schema table column and what kind of information it is like. We saw that in the previous columns, they were financial or SSN or health related information. So let's choose health right here. And then the sensitive label you can put here, and you can just say add classification. So to complete your classification and persistently label the database columns with a new classification metadata, you can just click on save here. Alright, it is saved. Now I can go back to the overview, and you can see that now those columns which I have just selected and accepted, I can see all those columns right here. Now this data discovery and classification will track all these 53 columns and anything which is suspicious related to these columns. If it found one, it will immediately raise an alert. Now let me go back to the advanced data security here, and the next is vulnerability assessment. Now this option right here can discover, track, and help you when we have potential database vulnerabilities. Vulnerability assessment is a service that provides visibility into your security state and provides actionable steps to resolve security issues and enhance your database security. So it will not just provide the visibility into your security state, but also include actionable steps to resolve the security issues. So let's go into this one. Now you can see the results here. So you can scan your database right here, and once your scan is completed, your scan report is automatically displayed in the Azure portal. the report represents and has the overview of your security state, like how many issues were found in which database, like what kind of category the issues belong to with respect to severities, and some additional info. And the result includes warning on deviation from the best practices and a snapshot of your security related settings, like database principals and rows and their associated permissions. The scan report also provides a map of sensitive data discovered in your database, and this includes recommendations to classify that data using data discovery and classification actually. So let's go back to the advanced security, and the last option we have here is the advanced threat protection. So let's get into the advanced threat protection, which detects anomalous activities indicating unusual and potentially harmful attempts to access or exploit your database. It continuously monitors your database for suspicious activities and provides immediate security alerts on potential reliabilities like SQL injection attacks and enormous database access patterns. And advanced protection alert, which provide details of the suspicious activities and recommended actions on how to investigate and mitigate the threat actually. So let me go back to my advanced security, and these were the three options in advanced data security, like data discovery and classification, vulnerability assessment, and advanced threat protection. So that ends our lesson here. So on